Hi everyone, RD here from Pro Traders Network, and welcome to today's video. I'm going to share with you today how you can actually download Metatrader 4, the trading terminal that is used by thousands or in fact millions of traders out there, and is one of the best trading platform, charting platform in the market right now. So it is software that was created by MetaCodes, and most forex brokers, CFD brokers actually use their software for the clients. So first of all, we need to know how to actually get to the software. So to download the software, one way is to actually go to a broker that is actually licensed to actually offer the software to their clients. So let's go to Radex Markets Metatrader 4 page, where they allow you to actually download the software and install it on your PC or your laptop. So just type in Radex MT4, press enter, and you will be seeing this particular page right now, and you just click on the first link over there, and what you'll see next is this particular page. And Metatrader 4 Classic and Popular, download Windows version or download the Mac version, it all depends. If you're using a Windows version laptop or PC, then just download the Windows version, right? So when you click on download, you will see on the bottom left corner the exe file has been downloaded onto my downloads folder. So you double click on that, and what happens next is the PC will ask you whether you want to allow this app to make changes to your device. Just click on yes, and you click on next, and the whole thing will actually be set up on your PC or laptop, right? So I have already set mine up on this particular PC, so I'll just show you the Metatrader 4 terminal. Okay, so you'll be seeing something like this, right, when it opens up. So the center part is of course the chart, where you will be doing most of your charting with, and on the left side here is the market watch section, which shows you all the forex pairs as well as the other asset classes that you can actually have access to and that you can trade on, right? So here you can see at the top you have Euro USD, Pound USD, Aussie USD, and so forth, and there's even gold, XAU USD, US dollar, Wall Street 30 cash. This is a stock indices, and the X 100, US Tech 100 cash. This is again another stock indices, and you have even Bitcoin and even Ethereum, ETH USD. So whichever chart you want to trade, you want to have access to, you want to view, you got to actually just right click on a particular asset, and then you just actually click on chart window, and the chart appears in front of you, right? So this is a chart for Euro USD, right? And if let's say you want to have access to any particular pair of asset and it's not there in the market watch window, what you can do is you right click on the market watch window and then click on symbols, and then you will have access to all these various categories of asset classes. So if let's say you want to have access to forex majors, press on forex majors, double click on it, and you will see that all these particular pairs will appear, right? So if it's actually this dollar sign is in yellow, means it's already in the market watch, right? But if you decide to hide it, you can just click on it and then you click hide on the right side here. It will be hidden, right? It will be hidden, so it will not appear on the left side. But for now, you want it to appear, right? You want it to appear. So let's say you have a particular asset like CFD oil, for example. You see UK USD oil is not in there, right? So you click on it and you put show, you click on show, and then you close this. You can see that it has appeared at the bottommost level of this whole list, right? Just now you have the USO USD, now you have the UKO USD. So if you want to actually delete this particular ticker symbol, you can just actually right click and you can actually just click on hide. It will be gone, right? If you want it to appear again, you have to again right click on symbols, and then you got to actually click on this particular ticker, and then you actually click on show and it will appear. All right, so this is how it works if you want to actually have access to all the various asset classes. And like I've shown you just now, you could have the chart open up by just going to any particular symbol here. You can double click and the order button will appear. This is if you want to take an order. That means with a volume of 0.01, for example, you can key in your stop loss, your take profit, and then you can straight away do a sell or a buy. Alright, this is if you want to do a market execution. Okay, so if you want to open a chart like what I said just now, right click on the ticker and then click on chart window, and this is what you're going to see. Okay, so if let's say you want to take our trade, then you just need to take on this. There's two ways actually. One way is by clicking or right clicking on that particular ticker, and then you actually click on new order, and you can actually take a trade by using this particular panel. Or you can actually go to the chart on the top left corner. You can see there's a small arrow there. You can actually just click on that. You can key in the lot size, and then you can actually do a buy or a sell accordingly. Okay guys, now I'm going to share with you how we can actually customize the chart so that visually it looks more appealing. Alright, so first thing first, right click on the chart itself, go to properties. Okay, you see properties here at the bottom, click on it. So this will bring you here. So on the grid part, first of all, you can see that this is the color schemes and the colors that we can change. Click on grid, click none. For bar up, have the colors in dim gray, as well as for bar down it's the same. For the bull candle, choose aqua. For the bear candle, use red. And then volumes, press none. And that's it for the color part. Next, go to common, the left side here, that second tab. Click on candlesticks, untick show OHLC and show grid, untick chart auto scroll, just click on chart shift, and that's it. Press OK. Alright, so now you have your chart looking in this way, and it's much nicer, right? And you can then save it as a template. So go to template, click on template and save template. So you can just name it, for example, call it PTN1, right? So you will always be known as PTN1, and when you actually click on the new chart window, you can just right click and then choose PTN1 as your template. Alright. Okay, so the next part that I would like to share with you is how to use some of the functions on Metatrader 4 that's appearing at the top of this particular terminal, right? So you can actually change the time frames of the chart. So in this particular time frame you're looking at is already at H1, meaning to say each candle here is basically 1 hour, representing 1 hour of price movement. So if you change, you click on H4, you will see something a bit different. It's showing to you basically the candlestick depicting 4 hours per candle. So if you go to D1, they will be like per candle it's going to be like 1 day and so forth, right? So you can just toggle between the different time frames, right? So next, we can also use these slanting lines, right? If you want to do charting, slanting lines, you click on it, and then after that you drag and you let go, so you have this particular slanting line. Usually, I will usually untick the ray, okay? By default, you will see the ray click, okay? The ray tick, I mean, right? So if you actually have it tick, this is what happens, right? You will have lines that will be extended all the way to the end, and that's not something that I would like to use for myself. So usually I will just untick the ray, right? So what I'll do is double click, right click again, trendline properties, untick the ray, so you have actually the line which you can control much better. All right, okay, so this is if you want to use slanting line. You click on the horizontal line, it will allow you to draw automatically horizontal lines, right? And you can also change the color if you want. Double click on those lines, okay, and then right click, click on horizontal line properties. You can change the line color to yellow if you want it to be yellow, and you can actually do so. You can also of course change it to dotted. If you want the lines to be thicker, you can do so. So there's a lot of customization that you can do, and it all depends on your preference for this particular feature. All right, so besides that, you can also put in horizontal lines, you want it to be in dotted or joint, it's up to you. And the plus sign here basically tells you the price, right? Like for now, for this part here, it tells you the price at 126.00 and so forth. So you have also the arrow, and then basically there are other things here. If you want to actually have your template is shown here, and here it shows you basically all the different time frames. All right, so these are the main things that you need to know. This is the basic introduction to MetaTrader 4 terminal. And of course, in the navigator here, you will see all the indicators and expert advisors that you can put in there. But I won't go into that because I have another video detailing how you can install EAs and indicators. So that's going to be for another part. All right. So other than that, you are basically ready to go, basically, right? So, but anyway, I'll try to explain further. You can actually if you on the price side here, price section, if you actually click on it and you drag down, you can actually make the vertical length of the chart, right, increase and decrease, right? These are some tricks that you can use. This is more to make the chart more visually appealing to yourself, right? And if you open more charts, you can see that at the bottom here, these are all the charts that I have actually opened, right? And at this point, my other charts, as you can see, it's all full of things here, and my default template is looking like this. But I'm just going to share with you the how the basic chart, okay, how you can customize it from the get-go when you have just installed, right? So up to now, I think it's quite sufficient for you to actually get your chart to look like this. Okay, so the next part, if you want to insert, there are some indicators here that are inbuilt within MetaTrader 4. So there's quite a lot of stuff here, right? As you can see, if you go to trends, there's average directional movement, Bollinger Bands, envelopes, and so forth. Oscillators, there's a lot of other stuff as well. But for the TMG Titan traders, you guys are using the Titan Ranger Ultimate, the TRU. So basically, you don't really need all these things. Only basically maybe you can just use moving average, right? So moving average, we usually use 30 exponential, and usually we put it as a red color, and then you press OK, then it will appear, right? And if you want to put in another moving average, you just click on it again and then change the value. Usually we use 100 for the second one, and we usually have it in dotted line, right? And then you can insert another one, moving average, 200 moving average, okay, and then we have it in purple, dotted as well. So these are the 3 moving averages that we use, that's inbuilt in MetaTrader. But the rest of the tools that we use are actually customized, and it's actually ProTrader tools, TMG Titan tools, and you don't actually need to use all the other things that are by default available on MT4, right? But if you want to try, you want to actually test it, go ahead, you can actually do it. Just press insert and click on indicators, and you can try all these other things here. There are also other stuff like fonts. You can draw text here. If you decide to actually draw text, you can as well. You can, let's say, test 1 2 3, right? Press OK, and there it appears, test 1 2 3. Right? So these are text that you can actually use. And there's another one here, label. You can use label as well. Test. Right, this is label. For labels, it doesn't move. That means when you move the chart, right, it remains there. It's like kind of like stuck over there. So, but for text, right, it will move with your chart. So that's the difference between these two things. Okay. Alright, so there's even a Fibonacci tool here. You can actually draw your Fibonacci levels, as you can see. But this is something that if you use Fibonacci, then it's relevant to you. If it's not, don't use it. Basically, it's there for you to use, but most of the time, if it's something not relevant to you, just ignore. So it's usually inside the objects list, and you can just click on the Fibo. You can actually delete it, and it's gone. Right? So if you decide to have this as your template, you can again right click save template, PTN1, okay, maybe you want to call it PTN2, alright, and you press save. Alright, so you have this as your PTN2. So let's say if you want to click, you want to install it on the Aussie dollar chart, you open a new chart window and then you go to template and then you press PTN2 and that's it. You have it automatically there because you have saved it as template and you are just putting it on the chart for now. Okay, so that's it for the introduction to Metatrader 4. I hope you have learned something today. And if there's any more questions related to MT4, you can always ask the community on the Telegram chat. And if not, there's also quite a bit of info on Metatrader 4 on YouTube channels on YouTube, and you can also look at how others actually use the terminal. But I think for now, up till this point, there's quite a bit of things that you have learned today, and I hope that you can start using your Metatrader 4 with more confidence from today onwards. Thank you for tuning in to this video.